Listen, I'm filming for transparency and the daily struggles. My husband is upset because
Wasting time, man.
I understand. I'm gonna reach
I'm about
out.
to throw this damn phone.
I know.
Man, this system out the window.
Okay.
Now I gotta do all this bull crap again.
Would you like me to do it for you?
Man, no, I'm just about to go sit down. I'll come back to this later.
Okay. So he's upset that he put all that stuff in the new system and it didn't save. So this is not exactly helping my case. What's up, Mo? We're doing okay. It's not exactly helping my case. And if it keeps glitching, I'll get on phone with tech support and possibly switch companies. But I still stand by it. The DVIs, they need to be done. So yeah, just transparent moment. Not everything is always peachy keen here, folks. Marriage tip for you ladies out there. If your man is already irritated about something that he already don't want to do anyway, but you still need it to get done, just jump in there and see what you can do to move the situation along, okay? Don't add any nagging or extra frustration. So I was able to complete the report and get it sent over. It probably was glitching on him, but we did successfully get the report done. And get it sent over to the customer. So when my husband's already irritated, honey, that's the time to be quiet and just go to work. So a little backstory on this one, guys. During the ice storm, whatever, here in Georgia, this customer was sliding across the road, I guess, parked on the side of the road, was going to come back for his car later, and somebody came along and sideswiped him in the front. So now he needs all kind of suspension work. It's hard for Alex to get it out of the shop, obviously because of the steering.
See, both of the wheels.
I'm about to get this on my track, but
It's a point where you go to both of the wheels straight and you can just shoot it back.
Man, that truck made me mad.
They drove that up it?
No, I got it towed. The story with that truck.
I kind of filled them in on, but you can.
Yeah, I got into an accident over the snowstorm. Got hit. A lot of people, cars we know, got struck, including our granddaddy. You saw that on the last video. Did you show the damage?
Yeah, somewhat.
You know, somebody slid into that, but that dude who owns that truck, he just loves to keep cars forever.
Well, give him the history on the truck. Who he buy that car from?
He bought it from Wonder Woman Cars.
That's me.
years ago, and he just been riding it. Seemed like, of course, when we sold it to him, it wasn't pouring oil. The body looked nice. Just been riding them. Isuzus or tanks. That particular one, because it has the Honda drivetrain in it for that year.
How many miles did he have on?
260.
Wow, I didn't. When I had sold it to him, it was
Low, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it wasn't nowhere near the 200.
No, it wasn't. He been rolling.
Sold him to him about 5 years ago.
So it looked like my next appointment here.
That's
So I'm
Brittany.
gonna pull that in. Brittany. Oh yeah, with the Equinox.
Yeah, sure.
I think the last video we left off on, because kind of left you guys at a cliffhanger on the edge here.
Oh yeah.
The edge, yeah. Let's talk about the edge. Dun dun dun. You ready,
Oh
sweetie?
my God. I think I need to pause. Hold on.
I feel better now, guys.
Listen,
I
give
was
it to me gentle and
Gentle.
slow.
hard and fast.
No.
Alright, let me pop the hood. Gotta brace yourself for this. Oh. So, we got this car from IA just to bring you back up to speed. Me and my wife had a little friendly bet going on. Like, is IA still worth getting cars from? My wife was like, yeah, we get good deals from IA. So she came across this one. She was like, check this one out. Oh, it looks good, sounds good. And these 3.5s are bulletproof. The only downside of these 3.5s is if the water pump go, you have to do the whole timing chain systems. Man, here we go, babe. You ready?
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with the car. In a nutshell. Of course, there was something wrong with it. This car was a victim of bad mechanicking. Anytime I see...
I don't believe that. I ain't gonna believe ain't nothing wrong with this car till you done made me so stressed out about it. It's not funny. So
okay, this was something wrong with the vehicle. I noticed there wasn't no coolant in the vehicle prior to starting it up. So I simply just added some coolant, topped it off, and closed it back. I'm like, probably a slow leak somewhere. Drove the car down the street. Check the transmission shift per, shift and purr like a kid. No, didn't miss a beat. Brought the car back, just sitting here having it running. Now, let me check the heat and AC. The AC blowing snowballs, but there's no heat. I'm like, what the heck is going on with this thing? So I'm just sitting here letting it run. Next thing I know it, the temperature is starting to go up. I'm like, okay. I'm looking around, no leaks, but it feels like this upper radiator hose didn't have no coolant in it. I'm like, man, this thing got an air pocket. So, let it cool off, popped the radiator cap, did my bleed procedures. The heat came back, no more overheating. I was like, oh yes, a win. Bad mechanicking. They probably replaced the coolant pipe.
Or the water pump.
Or water pump and didn't properly bleed the system. And the mechanic told the dealer, because this car came from a dealer, I hate buying from other dealers sometimes.
I'm finna say what? I don't.
No, sometimes it be some janky stuff.
Sometimes it be some janky stuff, but most of the time we really make the bulk of our money flipping cars off of bad mechanics.
Yeah, we do. And this was that situation where the mechanic, whoever he had working on his car, said, oh, it got a blown head gasket. Now, remind you, when I first got this car, I always do my sniff check. I can smell combustion gas. And if I do smell combustion gas, I will back it up with a block test. Can't go off your nose alone. Well, that's my theory. Bled the system, all was well. I noticed it was leaking oil. It's the worst leak I've ever seen. Let me see. Bring your attention over here. This is the variable valve timing solenoid right here, and it has a little rubber grommet. The rubber grommet is completely dry rotted and brittled out, so I can literally see down in the crankcase past the grommet. So of course, when you rev the engine, oil splatters out right here. So the only thing this thing needed realistically, besides 2 gallons of coolant, because that's what I put in here, babe, you owe me $40 for coolant.
Put it on my bill. I got the tab up in there.
It's a valve cover. She cranks and runs, and we did good with this one.
Who did good?
You.
Thank you. Yes. And that, a tribute to that guy who said, yours, mine. We were having a friendly competition.
Yeah, a fun competition.
Yeah, for somebody to get to.
It doesn't mean, oh yeah, I gotta be right or my ego in it. My wife read something.
We've kind of touched on it in the last video, but we can. What'd I read?
You was like, men who something is in competition is something you told me. I was like,
don't know,
man, that was
we've
deep.
been together too long, baby. Obviously.
Nothing is a competition.
Obviously, what's yours is mine. But this is a $4,000 vehicle. Right now, I'm currently still under 2K in. Tax time, I'm going to shine her up real nice, which is in like 2 weeks. Folks about to start filing their taxes now. And I'll be able to make 2K profit.
Or 15.
For this one. 15 to 2K. I must admit, I am a little bit bougie because we buy them so low, and I just so happen to be married to the mechanic. So, like, I'm used to more than that. But I'm going back to my humble roots. 15 to 2K is a lot of money.
Slow money is.
Slow money. Alex is
money.
teaching me. Let me put the spotlight on my men right quick. Because we've been married such a long time. I feel like the roles of the marriage is reversing in a certain regard to where, you know, Alex is teaching me his philosophies in life, and they make more sense. He was like, slow money is good money. And I was like, man, but I like fast money. But hey,
Fast money like to run. It's hard, sometimes it's hard to catch that fast money. It's too fast.
Yeah.
Versus the slow money, you can just la do. Take your time and some money.
so I'm learning from him.
Got
You know,
time to run, man. That cardio is something serious. I know my cardio.
didn't our friend Kazi from India, who said that? Slow money, chase money, it'll forever run.
I say that.
Oh, you said that?
That's my philosophy.
Hey guys, that's an Alex philosophy here. Tap in now.
Chase money, and it will forever run. The day you stop chasing money, oh man, that's the day you win.
Yeah, it'll drown you.
Yep. You be trying to push back money. Because I did a video, and it's a short that I did. And I don't know, it just seemed to took off recently. So me denying a job on a Audi. And people have their mixed views. It's almost like 70% is agreeing with me, and the other 30% is like, oh, you don't like money, and you should have fixed it. Oh, we're mechanics. We supposed to fix anything. Oh, guys, no. As a business owner, yeah, if I tell my mechanic to, hey, you need to fix that, that's his job. He's gonna fix it. But as a business owner, if I see some jankiness and I'm already reading the customer, if he's already being cheap with me, talking about some, yeah, let's go the cheapest route. You got an Audi, an older Audi at that requires factory parts and stuff done right, and you already trying to cheap out before I even touch the car, that's not the customer for me. So a lot of people didn't understand that, but a lot of people did. Second of all, the job, if I would have took it, I probably would have been peeling back layers of onions for years. And I would have been married to that car. Fix this thing correctly. Then now the customer is saying, oh, you know, before you touched my car, my radio, well, it was working just fine. You must have did a wire and under the hood, and now my radio is flipping out. Sir, that doesn't have anything to do with your radiator or whatever excuse he come up with, gas gauge or whatever. It happens. Touch one thing, now customer's trying to blame you for other stuff to get his car fixed back up to par for free. No, I'm not getting into that.
All money ain't good money.
Nope, all money is not good money. It's okay to turn down jobs. That does not mean I'm rich. Does not mean whatever the excuses was. It's just meaning it's making smart business decisions.
You also always say peace of mind is priceless.
Oh, yes. Amen to that. Peace of mind. So, yeah.
All right.
I don't chase money.
I see that you got the cruise all cleaned back up from what it looked like when it first got here.
When we took the auction pictures of it.
Yeah.
It's actually ready for emissions. I do need to replace a solenoid, the transmission solenoid. It's not throwing any codes for it, but I'm not 100% happy with how it shifts.
You know what? Go on, babe.
What you got?
It's been a while since I
What's
did
up?
a watch check on you.
Me?
Yeah.
I
What
ain't
you
got
got?
nothing new.
You got nothing on new today?
Yeah, I do.
See?
No.
Quit lying. Ooh, that's nice. Hey, don't forget about me. Saturday.
Saturday. I got
Yeah.
you.
We wearing navy blue.
Okay.
You got something to go with that?
Okay.
Navy blue and brown.
Got you.
Ain't got nothing to go with it.
Yes, sir.
Whatever.
Boy, don't try him.
Whatever.
What, you just want to check over on this?
She said something.
Well, here's another ram. Get rid of a ram, get a ram. On that truck, we finally getting it sent back to her. I'm all in all, I'm out of about $600. I got it shipped down here, and come to find out, the only thing I was to blame for is not cleaning up the job and a broken connector. They had computer issues. I gave her a quote. She declined it. So we're getting it shipped back to her. Did I have to do that? No. It was just me being nice. I'm just gonna chuck it up to that. You know what y'all gonna say? You shouldn't have did it. I try to help when I can. And
need
that's
to watch him and make sure he don't damage nothing now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Cause I've took my pictures of the condition that it's leaving in.
Yeah, we don't want to be blamed
For nothing.
anything.
Yep.
And that just goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Picking your jobs, what you want to deal with, because all money is not good money. Not saying that's the case with this, but you know, every situation is different. This one went smooth, no problems. I did film everything, so you know, if y'all want to catch up to speed, what will happen with that? Go look at.
You sound like beep. That's all.
This Ram, this one just got dropped off by a tow truck. Got a nasty dent. I'm about to take my pictures.
Yeah, for sure.
This one just got dropped off from the tow truck. It's got a no start condition. You walked up on me listening for the fuel pump relay. If you listen, look, you can hear it clicking.
I'm putting the mic by it.
Okay. So basically what I'm doing here is toggling the fuel pump relay on and off. Now, this is one of these Chrysler Smart Junction boxes, total integrated boxes, so it doesn't actually have a fuel pump relay that you can really just take out and service. It has an integrated inside this box, so that kind of sucks there. But it is clicking on and off. I do not hear the fuel pump. There was no stored codes, so I just automatically went to fuel. Because normally when you hit the ignition, just turn it in the on position, you hear the fuel pump buzzing for a couple of seconds, then shut off, and then let me know the system is primed and that it should start. I've had situations where I get no starts and I hear the fuel pump and everything and no start. I'm like, everything is pointing to the fuel pump, but I hear it. The car be out of gas. Yes, I do get situations like that. I'm like, just need gas. Auntie, talking about you, that's my recent situation. If you're watching this, got our car towed in. Tow truck dropped it off. Try to crank it up. Act like it wanted to start for a brief second. Nothing. Heard the fuel pump. I was like, you out of gas. Go put some gas in this thing. She drove off.
Well, since you called her out, she watched the video and we're in trouble.
What happened?
Apparently, she did not like the language that we used when we said a certain thing. I guess in the video we were complaining about how much rent we pay. And she called, of course they always call me, and I have to take the whooping for both of us. But I'll put on the screen. I guess we were saying like, oh, the rent's too high and blah, blah, blah. And she called me and was like, no, you do not speak like that and stuff. And I'll put on the screen what we're supposed to say. Let me see if I got it. We're supposed to say, I'm so happy and grateful that I can pay our rent at the current rate. However, we are more grateful for our new rate at our next location. So no more this talk about it's killing our pockets and stuff, she said.
I guess. I don't quite agree with that, but
she
it is what it is.
She said, speak positive, speak life. Say you're grateful that we're able to pay it, but we're thankful for our new location that we own.
I am grateful I'm able to pay it sometimes. So I'm still complaining. All right.
You're gonna get in trouble. It's not me, Auntie.
Whatever. What needs to happen next? I need to get this truck pushed into the shop, get a bay cleared out for it, push it in, and actually go back there and check for power at the connector while I turn the fuel pump in the on position. that would determine if it need a fuel pump or not. I always like to go back there and check the connectors, probe if it's getting 12 volts from, you know, me shutting it on and off. Then the next step would be to drop the tank, and if it's not working, if it's getting 12 volts, sometime it'll be the connector going inside the fuel pump itself. In that case, I'm just going to replace the pump and replace the connector, because normally when that connector going inside the fuel pump goes bad, it'll burn the prongs inside the fuel pump assembly, you know, on the fuel pump assembly, and I'll replace the pigtail along with it. So those are the things I check for. So, don't have space for this right now, but I did give it a preliminary check over, and that's what I came up with. What?
I lined it up with the line on the side instead of the dot. So it was like off by like 40 degrees.
I got you. Good thing about it. All right, good people. Here's another situation where you fix something, and on my end, the job is done 100%. Customer get it back, and now it's leaking somewhere else, or whatever the case. And customer have that attitude, and guess what? It has nothing to do with me. It's a total different issue. So on this vehicle, we'll bring you up to speed. When we first got here, I think it's been so long ago since I've seen this car. I spilled the coolant because I took the cap off camera. The reservoir, I think it was brittle and breaking up. It was in horrible condition. I probably got this one filming on camera too, or maybe not. And the front cover was just pouring with oil. Man, it was horrible, and it was just throwing oil everywhere. So we replaced the front cover, replaced the reservoir, and did brakes on it. No problem with the brakes. So now fast forward to today, or whenever she called in, I'm not sure. Curtis was like, you know, just bring it back. We'll look at it for you. Fast forward.
Listen, this might not be bothering the people that's watching, but the is just taking me.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm trying to gather my thoughts and talk.
I understand.
Well, maybe you can explain it better.
I don't know, because I don't know what you're about to say.
Well,
You're making me think of BJ. He didn't be like,
My bad, good people, my bad. It's just, you know, I'm not that good with words.
Sorry, you good at these cars. Go
Yes,
ahead. You know what? You go ahead and
I'm not good when it comes to words. Never have been. I just like working with my hands, and normally I'm the quiet type.
Somebody suggested that you had a stutter before.
No, I never had a stutter, but
They were like, poor fella, he probably used to stutter.
no, I think they was talking about that box truck dude.
No, I think they were talking about you.
Anywho, she's basically saying it's doing the same thing prior to us fixing it. And of course, she's mad because she spent good money. Pulled the vehicle in, and I discovered the oil cooler is leaking. No more leaks over here. It's focused right under here. And I'm gonna take you down under and show you. Oil cooler is leaking, and I think we have a coolant leak from this T, it looks like. So in situations like this, I'm trying to decide whether it should be another diagnostic fee, because if you got multiple issues, I always tell customers, anytime you have a leak, we can potentially fix it, and the leak will just go to the next weakest point and just pour out of there. Like, what do I do in situations like this? I just give them a free diagnostic?
No. Because anything you give for free is going to bite you.
Yeah.
Keep it professional. Keep it documented. You can do a warranty recheck, check where we work, but I see it leak it from somewhere else. Would you like a comprehensive diagnostic on that? Now, typically, it just depends on the attitude of a customer,
She was
too.
giving tube.
Yeah, she was giving
needed
two.
some
I didn't know who
Tylenol.
she was. She pulled up. I was telling her to move out of the way of the ram that was getting ready to pull out. I mean, the truck that was towing the ram, and she just was dead silent. You know, I was giving her my best customer service, and I'm like, what the heck is her issue? You know me. They probably on crack, but that's not her. You're not her. But you can just say, we did a warranty recheck on our area. I did notice some other things. Would you like a proper diag? Because anything that come out of your mouth for free, they're gonna hold you to it. And if it's not that, and if we don't take the time out to do the report properly, because that takes time, you have to get paid for your time. But if you just look at it and say, well, hey.
What if she say, oh, why you didn't, I've already paid a diag for that. Why you didn't catch the first
Wasn't
one?
leaking at the time?
I don't know. I got to look at the write-up. We wrote it up.
Okay. Well, look at the write-up. That's why we get these reports in place again to compare notes. Now, if it was mentioned before, then free diag. But if it was not mentioned and y'all did not visibly see it, it's a new situation. Now, still, you the boss. You can be kind and give her a free diag.
It just depends on how the customer acts. I always say, you catch more what flies with
honey and sugar.
If you give an attitude, that's why I always tell you good people over the internet, never approach the situation with hostility. It could not be the situation. It could not be their fault. It had nothing to do with it. And you approach the situation with, hostility and attitude, you may end up in a situation like this. Well, I'm keeping it straight up professional with you and not helping. And I think that's the route I'm going to take.
Yeah, you gotta keep it, because I'm telling you, whatever you let out your mouth for free, they're gonna hold you to that. And if it's not that, so if she wants a report, and if she wants you to take the time to really professionally diagnose it and be accurate, then you need to charge.
I would have to pressure check. I see it
definitely.
seeping from. It looks like it's seeping from a plastic tee, and the plastic parts are just. They're ridiculous.
Well, with the coolant issue alone, that's a separate. Yeah, charge a diag.
And it's okay.
That's it. When in doubt, stick to your policies. Because when you start creating gray areas, things get lost in translation. She said this, he said that. You have a new problem, ma'am. What I did do is recheck.
Rechecked out. I was going to show you.
Here you go.
Let me climb down here. Let me. It's a little creeper. I'm out of lifts, so.
Oh, we are. Durango.
Dodge.
What's on the end down there?
Dodge.
This is GMC.
Huh?
GMC Sierra?
Yeah. Let's take a look. Oh. All right. So, right here, you can see it can appear to be the rear main seal, but it's not, because it's coming from right there. You see that drip getting ready to happen? I need my laser beam. And it's dripping down that far. Now, what we did, we repaired over here. All this was saturated in oil. And that drip right there at the front could be that's the lower oil pan. So what's happening there is that leak up front is getting caught in a channel and coming over here. So I'm not worried about that particular leak. But if it was coming from my area that I worked in, all this will be back saturated in oil. Now that coolant leak all the way, come on, focus. All the way right here. Let's see, can I get my light on it? It appears to be a T-hose. And if you look at it, you're gonna see 3 hose clamps, 2 on the side and 1 at the top. Right dead in the middle, there's some coolant residue. That doesn't have anything to do with us. It could be leaking from right there. I'm not sure. I will have to pressure test the system. But it's definitely leaking from that oil cooler. And it's getting caught in the channel like I was telling you, and just getting slung all the way in the front here. So, man. Creeper. Oh, I'm getting lazy. All right. So, let me write this up. Should I take pictures or just
Absolutely, honey. You know what I'm going to say.
Okay. So, that's an inspection then. I'm confused.
That's why I say you should charge.
Yeah. But, so what I'm taking pictures for?
I mean, you can preliminarily show her where the area we repaired is dry.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what that almost didn't go well at all. It was a mess.
And that's why I'm trying to educate you. Oil system is not just one component. You have the pump, you have front timing cover, you have valve cover gaskets, you have a oil cooler. Some cars have turbo cooler lines. So if I'm going to France, let me finish.
You know, I don't. But
that's what I'm saying. So it's like these accusations is sending.
All I know is if you put new parts on there, it's supposed to rectify the problem.
No, man,
that's my point.
It will rectify that problem. Now you have a new one. That's all I'm trying to explain to you. I understand that, but I can't discount you on something we had nothing to do with.
But you did. But
what I'm saying is, if you don't trust that, take it and get a second opinion.
I'm not gonna do that.
So what we gonna
work
do?
with you all, because you all created this.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, as you guys just heard, she basically blamed me for causing the issue.
She said that we never fixed the issue in the first
place.
place.
And that was kind of offensive. That hit me here. Where my heart? I don't even know where my heart is.
It's right here, baby. It's because I take care of it. You like that line? That was that Mac Mama line.
I like that. Yeah, got something special for you. But no, that hit me kind of low, because when people say that I didn't do what I know I did and did it very well, that's kind of a low blow for me. So I explained everything to the best of my ability. Hey, I fixed, let's just use this engine as an example. I fixed your front cover, and inside your front cover has an integrated oil pump. Your front cover was saturated with oil and was leaking so badly. If you did have another leak, or if it wasn't another leak, by me fixing this, it could have potentially went somewhere else, and that's what it did. It went to the oil cooler that's really right over here, if this was a 4-cylinder engine. And not knowing to me...
Well, yeah, this is just let's explain to the clowns, because they're like, what are you talking about? This is he's just using it as an example, folks. Yes. But she has the, GM engine?
Yeah, 1.4. Oh, we got a 1.4 right here.
Okay.
It'd just be easy. Same engine.
Make it clear, make it plain,
yes. And I was explaining to her that, hey, these engines have common issues. The hoses, they get soft and brittle. But the oil cooler is now leaking. You can see it a lot better on here. It's doing just like this one is doing. Hers is a little bit more tight because I couldn't see down in here. But as you can see, my oil cooler is pouring on mine. But the problem was the front cover was leaking, and the belt was saturated. Everything just saturated over here on this car. And like I said, I tried to explain, show the pictures.
Well, her thing is, why you didn't catch that? Listen, and I explained to her, would you rather me just quote you thousands of dollars to reseal your engine?
And I
or you
told
want
her the
me
same
to
thing.
Quote you what I saw? If I didn't see that leaking, I'm not gonna unfairly charge you to do it. Like, I don't know.
It doesn't make no sense.
I'm between a rock and a hard place.
I'm trying to help you out, and again, go back to helping people out. But my wife took over, and my son got that clip. He's always recording stuff. Like that boy there, he's gonna be the next YouTube star. I swear, because he'll record the random and stuff at home, and I'm like, boy, why you record that crap? Delete that junk. That's my son for you, but he got y'all some good footage. Hopefully,
I'm not gonna play the whole footage because I will say I'm just gonna leave that clip that I just showed. But we were able to come to a resolve. I was able to pull up on a computer, show her the part that was changed before.
Oh, the T.
And show her the part that needs to be changed now. So we're good. And she needs this changed.
Well, this one don't have it, but anywho, there's a T coming off from this. These two are separated, and it's like a hose in the middle, then it's a T coming up and going elsewhere. And that was leaking because she was explaining like, my reservoir keeps going empty, and she was like, y'all replaced it. That's the problem. Like, no ma'am, if the reservoir is going empty, now back up. Beforehand, the reason we replaced the reservoir because a nipple had broke. Somebody had shoved it in there and did some janky stuff with it. Again, goes back to touching janky stuff. I'm going behind people. And some customers, not all, you touch one thing and something else breaks. I think I was talking about this at the beginning of the video, right? Or why I choose not to touch
But
certain
great
things.
segue. At the beginning of the video, you were frustrated about taking pictures and doing that. But I guess now you see the importance of that. Because when I pulled up her October ticket, it was no pictures of none of that.
Oh yeah, that was the other issue. So I'm looking, I'm like, I can show you. I got pictures. No, I do not. So it's like, we dropped the ball there. We didn't take pictures. Now, I pride myself in transparency and being honest with people. No way I would ever take advantage of anybody, especially dealing with their vehicle. Now, I might take your gum. I'm just playing.
No, but he does have customers that bring him gum.
Yeah, I do.
Because they know him.
They
But
know I love gum.
I will say this, because I saw a comment long ago, and I don't think that I addressed it or anything, but he commented that Alex, the car doctor's wife, is too pushy. Now y'all see firsthand why I push. It's a
important.
reason why I do what I do and try to get my husband on board. Because if all of that was documented in a DVI report, we could have easily went back to that report and showed her. No problem. So now, I wasn't pushing it back in October because my husband said he didn't want to do it. Well, now he has no choice.
It's very important.
So
document.
Thank
That way,
you.
We wouldn't have had to go back and forth. Like, look, this is the picture. This is the picture now. It's still dry. You see how bad it was before. And you saw over there, it wasn't even leaking. That happened after the fact.
Even without us doing DVIs, we check over. Y'all watch the videos. We double, we triple check. We sit there and let it run. We just don't fix it and send it out the door.
So the end result, like I said, almost went bad because we're like, hey, we're just about to send you out the door. What do you want done?
She said
like,
she wanted us to replace everything for free, and
we're
I
not,
said
we're
no,
not
ma'am.
doing that, because we had nothing to do with this. Your car has so many moving parts, and they come find out she just didn't understand what was going on. So
That's
we just
all
had
it
to
was.
slowly break everything down and show her the new part. Show it. My wife went through this whole big spiel, and I'm like, I just did that. I know I'm good at explaining things.
Some
I have an engine
people are
table.
visual.
But no, I gave her the visual.
You gave her the pictures that you took.
No, I gave her the pictures, and I sat down and showed her my engine table. I was like, this is basically your engine. And I was like, this is what I replaced. Now this is leaking. I gave her the visual. It's like, I don't know. We had a big miscommunication.
No, it wasn't no miscommunication. What they love to say is, I spent this amount of money. Well, ma'am, I didn't design the car. It take 10 hours to do that engine cover.
So
I can't control what it takes to.
it's funny because she originally didn't come here for no coolant issues. I was like, you originally came here for oil leak, right? Like, yes. And you found the coolant tank.
So what they're saying also is in our diagnostics, we should have caught all that. And I had to explain to a relative over the phone, and shout out to her. Like, she was very understanding, and I was able to take my time and explain to her. When you bring your car in, and this is for all y'all listening, if you're bringing your car in for an oil leak, no, we're not going to lift your car up and expect every single component on your car. We're going to diagnose the issue that it's in here for. Now, if we see something in the midst of that, we will say something.
Yeah, and that's what we did. And now I'm getting blamed for other
Because I was
stuff.
like, obviously, because you also got brakes done and you got a coolant, you know what I'm saying? But you're in here for the oil leak because it would be unfair for us to, y'all already think we trying to sell y'all other stuff. So it's like, what do you want us to do? Comment below.
So now she's basically, her main concern is, oh, the reservoir keep going. Now she's not even concerned about the oil. So apparently it's not dripping that bad. Before it was clearly just like dripping.
Yeah.
So my wife was like, this is what we're gonna do to kill all this mess. We're gonna take care of the coolant tea for you.
It's nothing. It's nothing for you.
And we're just gonna get her out of here.
So she doesn't want the oil cooler done?
Probably too much money. I don't know. That lady keeps switching up on me.
That's what I'm saying. And so that is why what? DVIs are what?
Important.
Very
Document.
Come
take
on. We
pictures.
got this, baby. I'm going to take
But
you
no,
to the
that
top.
joint really made me mad this
I know.
morning, man. I filled all that stuff out, and the system has been been buggy lately. It been freeze, and I hit done. I'm trying to click done. The screen not moving, and I'm like, okay, let me just swipe out of it. And I'm like,
Well,
must have saved.
I'll get on tech support.
And I went up there. Kurt's like, I don't see nothing. I opened it back up. It had logged me out. Logged back in. Nothing. I was like, I was about to throw that damn phone, man. That junk. So
Well, they saw.
because I spent like 30 minutes writing that car.
Well, they saw you, but I was able to come in and do it for you.
Still, man. That's
I
a
know.
waste of time.
I'll call tech support and see. And if
it's
it
an internet connection.
if it keeps giving us issues, there are other vendors we can switch to. Okay, but we need to do it.
Stress me out. What a day. What a day. I think that pretty much gotta wrap this up, guys. Let me leave y'all here. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. It helps the channel out. Until next time, Alex Car Doctor out. See you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.